everyone, I'm Jimmy. Today's video is going to be just catching up. I've been off of social media a little more than usual, just have some challenges in my daily life and relatives and just different stuff going on. So I want to get back on track, let you know what I've been up to, and I'm using all of these now. I have always been a one traveler's notebook person, but now look at me. I can't believe it. So here we have Quilted Gwen in a size A5, Charlotte in a wide, and Beatrix in a wide. And these are all planner perfect traveler's notebooks. I love the Quilted Gwen. The quilted ones are a lot more sturdy than the other ones. They're all sturdy and well made, but this one a little more because of the double leather. And then Charlotte is kind of a more floppy one. She's like a rawhide. I love her, and I like the way she marks up. Not too easily, but you can see some marks on her, but it just makes such a great patina. And then Beatrix, who does not mark up at all, is a very smooth denim color. She's like an old pair of jeans that fit well. I love the casualness of Beatrix. And yeah, so these are the three I'm using, and I had pulled out my bags. This one just goes well with this. I love this. This is an Eva print, and yeah, it fits all my stuff. I love this. So this is also planner perfect. And I was thinking about using this. I have this in Beatrix. Yeah, so that's what I'm using now. I'm going to start with the Quilted Gwen and show you what I'm using this one for. This is a tailored plan ribbon and a planner perfect charm. So again, this is a size A5. I love this one. And I don't know what I'm using this one for yet. I think I'm going to use this for writing a better story. I think I'm going to use this one for scripting my dreams and goals long term. I just haven't done it yet. I love these tip-ins too. So many books, so little time. And she believed she could, so she did. And that's kind of what I'm using this for. So this is, you know, the journaling. This is going to be like scripting long-term goals. Then this one I started in. I love Jenny's covers. So on the cover, I wrote, think not of the books you've bought as a to-be-read pile. Instead, think of your bookcase as a wine cellar. You collect books to be read at the right time, the right place, and the right mood. I just love that. You can never have too many books. Never. And then another paraphrased quote, thinking you have to read all the unread books on your shelves is like thinking a wine connoisseur should drink everything in their cellar before buying any new bottles. Some books just need a bit of shelf time before you are ready. And that's so true. I could have some kind of challenge, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and I can go onto my bookcases and I can always find something that will help me in the moment. So yeah, it's good. I just love having a collection. And then I put what I'm going to use this journal for. This journal will be used to keep track of the books I read, but more importantly, to copy passages and quotes I find along the way. Every book holds hidden treasures. Yeah, so I love that. So that's what this is going to be used for, and hopefully it'll help me hone in on what I'm reading at the time, because I have a tendency to have so many books going at one time. I'll be reading one and then something else will catch my eye, or I'll have an issue that I want to read another book for, and I'll start that one and then I'll come back to this one. Then I have one that I read at night. Usually at night I read a novel Right now I'm reading historical fiction about in the 1800s, the Native Americans and mixing with the white settlers. It's a really good book called The Vengeance of Mothers. And that's what I read at night before I go to sleep. And so anyway, hopefully this will help me be more organized. And I have so many good quotes and things I want to remember, but they're scattered all over the place. So I will be able to come here and read inspiration when I need it. And I'm not sure what I'm going to use this one for yet. But I am loving this A5 size. I have never used A5 before. So that's what is going on in my Quilted Gwen. Next, I'll show you what I'm doing in Charlotte. I'm using her for my everyday. And yeah, I love this one. Again, a Planner Perfect charm. I love these. It just looks good. I didn't want to have anything else on here because it's so pretty with just the simplicity of that. So this is my Planner Perfect monthly book. Another tailored plan bow. And I haven't been too consistent with this. I'll show you in a second. I decided to put my menu book back in here. I used this in the past, so I'm going to try it again. And then I have my yearly, which has all the months in it. And then, of course, in the back, my pad. I use this a lot. So, here is June. I never did set up my monthly. I've just been behind. I've had so much going on. And just physically, emotionally, a lot of things with family. And, yeah, I'm just now getting back to baseline, as Jenny calls it. And I've showed this on my past videos and reels on my Instagram. And so I have my June happenings here, my goals here. This is actually my basic daily routine. And I try to follow this pretty much. It works better for me to have time blocks. And it doesn't have to be exact. But I kind of go through things in basically the same order every day. And for me, instead of having a goal of, I have to finish a video today, I have a goal of, I'm going to work 2 hours on my creative work time. I'm going to spend 2 hours on that, and what I get done is what I get done. Obviously, unless there's a deadline I need to meet. So this works better for me, and then I don't have to stress about something because I stress very easily, as my aura ring is telling me. So I have to work on calming my nervous system, and that helps. I'm not putting so much pressure on myself. These are my top priorities for June. So I did some physical priorities, emotional and spiritual priorities, priorities in my home, and relationships and family. And let's see, I've done some of these. Visit with Mark. This is my half-brother who is visiting from California. He's at a place here working on his doctorate. So he happened to be close by and came for a visit. So that was really, really nice. And then I've been doing that. Yeah, I have been intentional about having conversations with my adult children. That's just so fulfilling. Father's Day cookout, we did that. Birthday celebrations for my 2 oldest. Well, we did one. We still have another one to go. And call and catch up with my best friend, Tammy Bow. I actually just talked to her a while ago. Yeah, so those are my top priorities. And then I did not script this whole first week. I just, we traveled a little bit and I just had so much going on. I just didn't. And then I got back around June 7th into scripting a little bit more. And then I did this week. This is Planner Perfect Decorations. This is my weekly layout. And then for my week, I went through this on other videos and Instagram. This is Tiny Kate Plans stickers. I love her. I have a code for Tiny Cake Plans, which is Jimmy15 for a 15% discount. And yeah, so I love working with Tiny Cake Plans. She creates such beautiful stickers. Practice my Portuguese. My husband and I are practicing Portuguese on Duolingo. Bom dia. That's good day. So we hope to go to Portugal in the near future. This is my daughter's 27th birthday. Yeah, I just love Tiny Cake Plans stickers. They're so cute. I did not script on this day, but it was a full day. It was Father's Day. We celebrated my daughter's birthday, and it's the day my brother visited. And then I did not do this week. I'm bad this month, but I'm gonna get back on track. Just, it happens. And then this is this coming week, and I do plan on doing a plan with me or something like that for this coming week. So I'm gonna do that. And I just got new stickers from Hand Can Plan. She sent these to me. She's so sweet. And yeah, Hand Can Plan. So I'm gonna use these for my next week. There's one for each month. This is January, February, aren't those cute? March, April, May, June. This is probably the one I'm going to use for this coming week. And the good thing about Hand Can Plan, you can get them in this matte finish with a white background. See, they're solid. Or you can get it with clear, more like vellum stickers. So you get a choice. I love that. So this is June, July, September. Oh, I love that. Look at little ducks. September, October. Ooh, I love purple and orange together. That looks good. October. No, did I skip a month? Because that would be October. Oh, I skipped August. That's what it was. Let's see. June, July, August, September, okay, October, November. Ooh, blue and orange. I love that. And December. Yeah, so I'm going to use some of these. I also have a code for her, Hand Can Plan, for 20% off. It's Jimmy20, and you can get 20% off of all of these. Hannah is a friend. I love her stickers too. Yeah, so that's Hand Can Plan. So then I have my menu book. I used this a few years ago. I mean, this was probably 2020. And did it like this, shopping list on one side. But I don't do my groceries like that anymore. So what I'm going to do is I have to come up with a new way to use it, because I do my shopping list online now. I order the groceries from Walmart, and then I pick them up once a week. And I use Hungry Root. So Hungry Root is like my main groceries, because they send it to my house every Monday, and I can add other little things in there, but their food is all clean, organic, grass-fed meats. So I know I'm getting good quality. And then the extra things I do Walmart. So it's online, so I don't need a shopping list. So what I might do is cover over here, put my menu for the week here. Even though I don't go exactly by the days, it's so hard with my family's schedules. And my son that's a pilot, he's not here all week. He won't be back until Sunday, so I don't have to include him in the dinner. And my husband is traveling right now, so sometimes I don't include him. But sometimes we never know until the day before. So I still make sure I have enough meals, even if some of them are eating out or frozen pizza. I still have enough for the week, but then I interchange them. And at the beginning of the day, I'll decide what we're going to have. So that's the menu. here's how I used to do it. Now this works well too, but I'm just changing it up a bit. I used to have a tab at the end of my monthly, and that's where I would do my meals, and I would just check them off once we ate them. I even had breakfasts in here, more dinners, and then I had a section for what I had in the freezer. And then whatever wasn't checked off, I could move to the next month. So this was really good. I did it usually once a week. I would do like 4 or 5 meals. And then when I'm planning the meals for the next week, if I had any left, I would incorporate that into it and add a few more. So that's how I did that, and that worked well. That was October. This was July of 2023. I love decorating them to look pretty. I know I don't need to, but I love it. I love looking at it when it's pretty. This was August 2024, last August, almost a year ago. Yeah, and it's nice too to be able to look back on here to get ideas, because you know, you have your favorite meals and things you like, and then you forget about them. So this helps me to have inspiration on new things to eat. So I will set that up and I'll show that in a future video. This is my yearly, and I've shown this before too. This is May. It's Tiny Cake Plans. I usually use Tiny Cake Plans in this. June, this is also Tiny Cake Plans. Yeah, I love that. And we'll have to set up July. I might use the Hand Can Plan July sheet. Yeah, I might do that, but I will show you that on an upcoming video. I have June, there's May, April. I was using it for different things. Now I'm just using it for regular planning. I loved February. Yeah, Tiny Cake Plans. And I don't think I did January. No, I didn't. So yeah, so that is my daily. And I hope to get back into scripting daily. But I just, yeah, I've just been out of whack. I'm getting back in whack. So there is hope. And next, I'll show you what I'm doing in Beatrix. Again, this is a wide. Wide is my happy place. It's not too big, not too little. It's just right, just right. These inserts I had custom made, and with Planner Perfect, you can go on their website and choose custom covers, and you can put whatever you want on the front. You can put your name, date, you can put, you know, morning pages, whatever you want. And I love that you can have them custom made. So this one, I'm hopefully going to use it for most of the summer. This one I did June, for June, and this one is an older one, which I'll show you about that. But let's look at this one first. Okay, so for this one, I did the cover and put the year. And what I'm using this for is, let me show you an example of something similar. This was from last November, and I kind of got the idea from this. I used this for daily wins, beauty I noticed, and what gave me joy. That was the main thing that I used it for. Gratitude. And then kind of journaling, but more gratitude. Looks like that's what it is, gratitude. I'm thankful for this, and I like to write why I'm grateful for it. Gratitude is a practice. I love these textured papers. These are from Cocoa Daisy. Every month they have a textured paper in the Deluxe Journaling Kit, and I love those. I love being able to play with all the stuff. I have an abundance of time. I have to always tell myself that. So I had a lot of fun with this one Today I let go of. That was a nice practice. Yeah, so I didn't finish the book, so maybe I'll finish it this coming November. So that's where I got the idea for this one. But I'm going to use it for the whole summer because, as you can see, for the 1 month I didn't finish it. So if I have one for every season, I think that will be nice. And I also like to put poetry and quotes in here. Forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet, and the winds long to play with your hair. I thought that was fitting for summer. And then I kind of journaled and did gratitude and wins. I want this journal to be kind of like an evening gratitude journal. I'll journal my wins, beauty I noticed, what gave me joy. I got these 3 from JMB Living. Julie at JMB Living has those prompts in her journals, and I love her self-care journals. She is sending me one now for the summer, so I'm very excited about that. I've used JMB Living probably for 3 years on and off, but I am going to do the summer one again because I have been using it lately, and I've been communicating a lot with Julie lately, and she gave me a code for a discount on her journals, and it's Jimmy25, 25% off. So that's good. So go check out JMB Living. She has really nice journals, and as soon as I get the summer one, I'm going to show it on here. There is a video below of JMB Living review for the spring journal, so I'll put a link to that below. But yeah, stay tuned for that. That's where I got these prompts though. JMB Living. She has a lot of good YouTube videos too. She kind of promotes slow living, and I love her vibe. We have a lot in common. Yeah, so this is Wins, Beauty, What Brought Me Joy. And what I've been doing, this is like my nighttime journal. So what I do is, before I go upstairs, I decorate it, and then I take it upstairs and sit in the low light. I'm done talking to anybody for the day, do my yoga, put on my jammies, and then I sit down and do these journals. And it really brings my heart rate down, according to my Aura ring. It lowers my stress. It really does. And I got this quote from a book I was reading. It was a memoir by Lara Love Hardin. And it says, I can breathe deeply and fully relax. There is no other shoe that is going to drop. I love that, because so many times we're just in a state of like, what's going to happen next? Oh, I got to get ready for this. It's like we're living in the future. But we can stop and remind ourselves with a deep breath, there's no other shoe that's going to drop. I don't know, for some reason that's just so soothing to me. I love that. Wins, What Brought Me Joy. Mastery is not built by inspiration, it's built by ritual. I love that. It's almost like a self-discipline. Today's wins. This, I was watching the 100-Foot Wave. It's a series, and CJ Messias, he's featured on a lot of those, and he has so much wisdom. So I wrote down some questions he had written on his Instagram page and answered them myself. They really had to do with surfing, but he's like a soul surfer, S-O-U-L, in that he looks at it from a philosophical viewpoint a lot of times. Yeah, so I love that. Reset. And then Thursday, gratitude, I can breathe. Thankful for, and there's my Portuguese, bom dia. That's good day or good morning. So that's what I have so far in this. I'm really enjoying doing this at night. And I like taking the time right before I go upstairs to decorate it. It's just like, okay, can breathe. And it's just relaxing. I really like that ritual. Now for this one, I'm using it kind of like, let me see if I can find an example. Well, I don't have one here. Maybe it's going to be kind of like this one, as a woman think of. This one I just wrote down. Oh, okay, yeah, it kind of is. This is kind of like journaling at the end of the day. What happened today? Another good calm day. My back's been hurting, so I went a little slower. You know, just kind of an overview of my day. That's what I am using this one for. Basically, evening wrap up. These are Cocoa Daisy decorations, by the way. I wrote in here my nightly routine. Upstairs, yoga, stretcher, bath. Map out tomorrow. I got some of these things from that book called Miracle Morning. It's a really good book to set rituals for yourself. Journal about my day, gratitude, and then in bed, turn off my phone all the way. You know, my husband has his phone on, so if any emergency happens, he will get it. And then I'm trying to have lights out by 10. So see, I'm just kind of doing an evening wrap up. How the day went. Today was a pretty chill day. I slept in until 8:30. I took my son to the airport. And I did some gratitude. Yeah, so that's basically what it is. You know, just everyday things. I like being able to look back on these, and, you know, when I'm gone, my children can look back and see how I lived my days. This one, I did this last night, and talking about recording just everyday moments in my life. When my brother visited this past weekend from California, he's my half-brother, we have the same father. He found a cassette tape of my father talking. I'll just read it to you instead of tell you. It was such a nice visit with my half-brother Mark this past weekend. He gave me a cassette tape of our father talking. I hadn't heard his voice since I was 7 or 8, and only about twice a year. I never lived with my father, so they got divorced when I was still an infant. My mother actually left him. So I've completely forgotten how he sounded. I knew he'd probably have a southern accent, but he was country as country can be. I'm talking Loretta Lynn country, Johnny Cash country. I had no idea. It was so, when I heard his voice, it was like the hair stood up on my arms. It's like something in me recognized it, but it was at the same time so foreign. When I first heard him, tears welled up inside me. I felt a sense of peace the rest of the night. I feel like I know him better now. Now I know he was a Christian and was committed and involved with what he believed in. I know he had morals and strived to be a good man, you know, just by what he said. And that makes me miss him even more. It's so cool how he recorded letters to his brother, Frank. He just talked about everyday things. I love that he was a simple man. See, so that what he would do is he would talk into the cassette recorder to send to his brother, Frank, because my father was in North Carolina and his brother was in California at the time. So he would send those cassette tapes to him, and he'd say, you know, I'm just sitting here now. Glenda just went to get her hair fixed. You know, we had the homecoming at our church, and I'm going to teach the boys class, and I'm really looking forward to guiding those boys. And, you know, just stuff like that. Just telling about his everyday life, and it made me know him a little more. So with these, when my children or grandchildren may find these after I'm gone, they can see how I lived my everyday life. You know, even my struggles. I have struggles in here too. And that, you know, that it's okay to have struggles and we overcome them. And it's just a part of life. We accept the good and the bad. Yeah. So this was really healing. It was very, very emotional, but also very healing. So I feel really good about this. I feel like I have a bond with him. Yeah. So that's it. So that's what this one's used for. Just everyday life, evening wrap up of my day. Now this one, this is used. What I've been doing is at night, I will go and find that day. Let's see, what's today? Today is the, what is today? What is today? Is today the, see, yesterday was the 17th. Today's the 18th. So I'll go find that day of last year and see what I was doing this time last year. It's just fun. I look and then I can think back, see how far I've come, what I was doing then. So that's just a fun little thing I do every day. And this one, I actually wrote down some of the Miracle Evening from the Miracle Morning book. Affirmations for letting go. Yeah, so that's been a fun thing. And then my pad. So that's what I'm using Beatrix for. This is the one I'm most excited about. I love it. I love doing this before I go to bed. It's really calming my system down. So when I do go to sleep, I just feel so much more at peace. I really do. So that is my video. Quilted Gwen, Beatrix, Charlotte. And I can't wait to set up July. Before I leave, though, I want to tell you about Planner Perfect's new 2.0 leathers that are dropping this Friday, day after tomorrow. It's the new 2.0 Traveler's Notebook, and it comes in 4 different leathers and has a snap enclosure. And these are all the different styles it comes in. The last one being a shiny leopard print. And then it's going to come in 4 sizes. And it's going to be dropping Friday, June 20th. Thank you so much for watching my video. And again, I apologize for going MIA for a while. Thank you for being patient with me. And hopefully I'll be able to do a plan with me video for this coming week, and I can get back to regular now that things have kind of settled down with outside activities and stuff. So yeah, I like a simple life. I like to just be at home and do my things and not have too much hoopla. That's my happy place. So I will see you next video and talk to you soon. Bye.